say, I want to be a happy person. I want to be a nicer person. I want to be a kinder person. I want to be the kind of person who's a helper instead of a helpy. So start thinking of yourself that way. Re-identify yourself. So, you know, it's a very profound practice to just start pretending like you're happy. You see? By saying like, I'm not going to continue to identify myself with as a depressed, unhappy person. I'm just going to start now reattaching myself to a different self-image. To a different self-image. I'm going to start thinking of myself as a happy person, as a kind person, as a altruistic person who's interested more in other people than I am in myself. And that's who I am. That's who I am. I'm a spiritual practitioner. And you start looking in your mirror and you start seeing that instead of like this golem-like self that you're seeing in the mirror. Okay? You re-identify yourself. You are not your job. You are not your job. You know, when you say like, you know, who are you or what do you do? You know, people always say, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a plumber, I'm a this or I'm a that. You are not your job. You're way more than your job. And you're not your relationships either. I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a boyfriend, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a father, I'm a son, I'm a mother, you know? Not like that. You're more than that. Start to, when somebody like, when you're thinking about who you are, think about, I'm a spiritual practitioner. I'm a person who's trying to be happy. And everything else is just in the service of that. I'm also a father, I'm also a mother, I'm also this, I'm also that, I'm also a lawyer. But the main thing I am is a person, a spiritual practitioner who's trying to be happy so that I can help other people be happy. That's who I am. So re-identify yourself, detach from the old and start reattaching to something useful. You see, it's in our hands. In that sense, it's in our hands. You see, we're choose. Here's another version of this, okay? When you meet another person, you have two possible choices about who that person is, neither one of which is confirmable. Neither one of which is confirmable. Okay, it's like, you know, we do this all the time, right? We know how complicated we are. We know that we're like this really complicated person with a big long past and all kinds of facets. You know, some things we like, things we don't like, prejudice, this and that. How complicated we are. And then we meet somebody else. And like tiny little encounter occurs. Okay? We see like some tiny little element of their whole complexity. We say, oh, I know who they are. I know who that person is. You know, that's a mean person, that's an irritating person, that's a nice person, whatever. We make like whole big judgments about their whole being on the basis of just a tiny little, you know, encounter, right? So since we can't really know who another person is, so we can't really know, we can't confirm, right? Unless you can, again, all the people who can read minds are exempted from this. If you can read minds, forget about what I'm going to say, because you can, I guess, confirm that, who they are, because you looked inside their minds and you see exactly who they are. But unless you can read minds, you have to admit, I really don't know who they are. I have no clue who other people are. See? So, given the fact that you have no clue who other people are, you have two choices. When you encounter another person, you have two choices. You have two non-confirmable choices. You can say, like we always have said through our whole lives, this person's just a schmuck golem like me. Just another, you know, crappy person like me, mostly. Okay? Although we always think that we're somehow better than all the other schmucky golems. You know, our golem is usually better than other people's golems, but they're still golems. Some kind of golem, schmucky golem. Okay? Totally unconfirmable. Totally unconfirmable. No, but they were mean to me. They said a bad thing to me. Oh, so I guess an angel would never say a bad thing to you. Angels like somehow like are unable to say something that might challenge your pride, or might be in your face to like see if you have enough patience, if you have developed enough patience. I guess an angel could never do that. Well, angels, aren't they supposed to be nice all the time? Well, aren't teachers always supposed to be nice and stroking me all the time? So, no, actually. If they were actually going to do you a big favor, they might actually be in your face quite a bit, actually. See, that might be the best way to be helping you. So don't think, oh, they appear to me as being a negative person, of being a bad person because of what they said to me or what they did to me or something like that. They could very well be door number 2. Remember, like, what was that? Let's Make a Deal. Right? Yeah. There's door number 1 and there's door number 2. Here, what's behind door number 2, Monty? you know. And then there's some babe down there. He's like, "This is door number 2," and door number two is that person's a fully enlightened being trying to help you. Suffering, irritating, golem-like schmuck, or enlightened being trying to help you. Which one are they?
Neither one.
You can't, well, she was saying neither one is the right answer. But you know, you can't confirm either one. See, you can't confirm either one. You don't know. Unless you can read their minds, you can't confirm. So since you can't confirm either one, which one would be better? See, which one would be more useful to you? Which one would be a cooler way to live? So you walk around like all day long going, what did that enlightened person mean by cutting me off in traffic? I wonder what they were trying to do. What's the message here? See? And then it's like everything's just enchanted. You live on an enchanted planet then. See? You just like changed your whole world, you see? You just exchanged some ordinary world for some extraordinary world. And then you make some progress quick. You can make some progress really quick then. See? If everything just becomes a teaching, everything just becomes an opportunity to move ahead in your spiritual life, and nothing is ordinary anymore. And again, I think a good death meditation, you know, if you're doing a good death meditation at its, you know, it's a deeper levels, you sort of get there automatically. I think you almost get there automatically. You start to see every moment as special. I only got like 14 moments left to live. You know, every single one of those is going to be special. You see? You just start seeing everything like that. And that's again, it's totally unconfirmable as to whether you're right or wrong about whether this person is an enlightened being trying to help you or a suffering schmuck. So which one? Einstein said something very much like this. Albert Einstein said, there's two ways to live life, as if everything was a miracle or as nothing was a miracle. And which one would be cooler? You know, which one would be funner? You're supposed to be having fun in a spiritual life, right? You're supposed to be like getting happier and happier. It's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, no spiritual life. I was like, I heard a story about Dharma Mitra. Dharma Mitra is a great yoga teacher in New York City. One of his students was teaching a yoga class, and you know they're very hardcore in the Dharma Mitra, right? Dharma Mitra is this guy. He's the one person I think in the universe who can do an unsupported headstand, no hands, okay? And they take pictures of him on like manhole covers in New York City.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, it's amazing. So that's really hardcore tradition of yoga. So in the middle of this yoga class, one of the Dharma Mitra teachers is saying, you know, no pain, no gain, you know. Everyone's like in this like pretzel thing. It's like no pain, no gain, you know. Yeah, no pain, no gain. It says, no fun, no yoga. I say, no fun, no yoga. If it's not fun, it ain't yoga. And if it's not fun, it isn't a spiritual path. If you're not having fun, life is not getting happier and happier, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. And it is actually a very, very perfect gauge of how your spiritual progress is coming along. Are you living a happier life? That's the whole point. So which one of those two options in terms of like who the other person is would make for a funner life? Which one of the two options of your own self-identity would make for a funner life? I'm a suffering golem like schmuck. Or, you know, I'm a person who could be happy in life. I'm a helper, not a helpee. I'm a special person. I've been blessed. I've been chosen. I'm the chosen one. See? In our tradition, we say that it wasn't just the Jews who were the chosen one. We're all the chosen one. See? We're all the chosen one. We're all Neo. We are the one. Each one of us is the one for our universe, for our world. We are the one. We are the one. We are the next Buddha. See, you know, you go to these like museums and you like look at statues of Maitreya, who's supposed to be the coming Buddha. That's a picture of you. That's a statue of you. That's a self-portrait. So you go to the museums and look at Maitreya. You look at yourself because you're the next Buddha. Who else did you think was going to do it? Who else? It's a dirty job, but you've got to do it. It's a great job. Actually, it's not a dirty job at all. It's a great job. It's the funnest. It's the funnest.